In English, we have words that can point out a specific thing. This, that, these, and those. The name for these kinds of words is determinatives. Biblical Hebrew has these words as well. Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to the 8th episode of Reading the Hebrew Bible. Today, we're going to learn how determinatives work in Biblical Hebrew. In English, we have 4 main determinatives. This and that for singular nouns, these and those for plural nouns, this and these for things that are close to us, and that and those for things that are far from us. The same is the case in Biblical Hebrew. Let's begin by learning how to say this. Like many words in Biblical Hebrew, there are 2 different forms. One masculine, ze, one feminine, zot. A common expression in the Torah is ze hadavar asher tziva Adonai. We've seen asher once before. It's a conjunction which can mean that, which, or even who, depending on the context. Tziva is a verb that means commanded. Hadavar asher tziva Adonai. The davar, the word, or the thing, which the Lord has commanded. Davar is a masculine word, so we use ze to say ze hadavar asher tziva Adonai. This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. Remember, Hebrew usually doesn't need a word for is. And here's an example that uses the feminine zot. Zot briti asher tishmeru. Briti is from the word brit, which is a feminine noun that means covenant. Putting an e ending on a word means my. Briti, my covenant. Briti asher tishmeru, my covenant, which you shall keep. To say, this is my covenant, which you shall keep, we will use the feminine zot to agree with the feminine noun brit. Zot briti asher tishmeru. The word for these in Hebrew is ele. Ele is used with both masculine and feminine nouns, so we only have to learn this one form for plural things. David tries on armor before going to fight Goliath, but he says he cannot go ba'ele, in these, ele being the pieces of armor. In English, we can make 2 kinds of sentences with this. We can say, this is a dog, or this dog. The phrase, this dog, uses the determinative this like an adjective. This describes the dog. And Hebrew can do this as well. But here's something that might seem unusual. When a Hebrew noun is described with ze, zot, or ele, it is now a definite noun, a specific thing. And definite nouns in Hebrew often take the definite article ha, and also put ha on the attributive adjectives that directly describe them. And what does this cause? When we put ze, zot, or ele after a noun as an adjective, both the noun and the determinative adjective will usually take the definite article ha, which isn't something we should translate into English. Let's see some examples. Goliath says, I defy the armies of Israel this day. This day in Hebrew is hayom hazeh. Yom is the word for day. It's a masculine word, which is why it is described with ze. Ze here acts as an adjective, so it goes after the noun in Hebrew, and since the phrase is definite, each word has the definite article ha. Hayom hazeh, this day. God told Abraham, I will give your seed haaretz hazot. We know eretz, that's land, a feminine noun. We'll describe it as this land with the feminine zot and put a ha on both words. Haaretz hazot. Here's a phrase that uses ele as an adjective. Vaidaber et kol hadvarim ha'ele. Vaidaber is the verb in this phrase, and he spoke. Et is a word that we don't translate into English. We'll discuss it in our next episode. And kol means all. After that, we have what we're looking at today. Hadvarim ha'ele. Davarim is the plural of davar, so means words. It is a masculine plural word, but the masculine part isn't important here, because the word ele doesn't change because of gender. It's used for any plural noun. It goes after the noun as an adjective, and both words take ha. Hadvarim ha'ele, these words. Vaidaber et kol hadvarim ha'ele, and he spoke all these words. Last time, we learned Hebrew's personal pronouns. The third-person pronouns, that is, pronouns that refer to people who are not you or me, are hu, he, hem or hema, and hena. He, she, masculine they, and feminine they. These words can also act as adjectives, as we've just seen with the determinatives in hayom hazeh, haaretz hazot, and hadvarim ha'ele. Instead of meaning this and these, hu and he mean that, and hem and hena mean those, talking about things far from the speaker. Here's an example from the book of Joshua. Vayikra shem hamakom hahu Gilgal. Vayomer, and he said. Vaidaber, and he spoke. Vayikra, and he called. Shem hamakom, the name, the shem, of the makom, the place. Shem hamakom, the name of the place. Shem hamakom hahu, the name of that place. Vayikra shem hamakom hahu Gilgal, and he called the name of that place Gilgal. Take a look at this short phrase from Genesis 26:12. Ba'aretz hahi. Remember that in the Torah, he is usually spelled with a vav, but it's pronounced as if it wasn't. The hirik vowel is there to show you that. He is the feminine form of that, for the feminine eretz. Both words have the definite article on them. We can see that very clearly with he, ha-he, but with ba'aretz, ha has contracted with the preposition ba. Ba is in, ba is ba plus ha, in the. Ba'aretz hahi, in that land. We see the same thing with the phrase Bayamim hahem. Yamim is the plural of yom. Yom is day, yamim is days, a masculine plural word. Hayamim hahem, those days. Bayamim hahem, in those days. Lastly, we can see an example with hena meaning those in our chapter. When David's brother gets angry and asks him, "Why have you come down here? And with whom did you leave ma'at hatson hahena?" Ma'at means few or little, and tson means flock, either of sheep or goats. Tson is an interesting word. Its gender is feminine, but what is its number? That is it singular or plural? Well, tson is what we call a collective noun, which is a single group made up of many individuals. Because of this, even though tson doesn't have a plural ending, it is often treated as a plural noun. Words that describe it are usually in plural form, like hena, hatson hahena, those sheep of the flock. Altogether, with whom did you leave ma'at hatson hahena, those few sheep? So those are our determinatives. Ze and zot, this, ele, these, hu and he, that, and hem and hena, those. There's also another word for that, which is las. It's not nearly as common as who or he, but it shows up in our chapter when David asks the men of Israel, "What shall be done for the man who kills Haplishti Halaz, that Philistine?" Again, here we have our noun Plishti, Philistine, followed by the adjective Laz, that. Since phrases with determinatives are definite, they will have the definite article in Hebrew, Haplishti Halaz, that Philistine. Next time, as I said, we'll find out what's going on with the word et in the phrase Vaidaber et kol hadvarim ha'ele, as well as learn a few other helpful words.